Howdy, and welcome to the Texas Bucket List, the show dedicated to everything there is to see, do, and experience right here in Texas. When you're born and raised in this great state, you're taught at an early age to always tip your hat to the ladies. And if you're wearing a hat from the Texas Hatters, well, you're doing all right. So we headed to Lockhart to see what all the fuss was about these famous hats that have been topped on some famous folks.
Steam is what water is to clay. You got a few seconds to shape it.
5 days a week, you'll find David Torres stretching, folding, and shaping hats.
This is our beaver blend.
He's helping carry on a tradition that's been topping the heads of Texans since 1926.
So we do it like this.
And his expertise is sought after.
But we can make the brim a little smaller. Each hat is done individually, and everybody's different.
I think this color this time.
Since 1987, David's been a part of the family of Texas Hatters. His wife, Joella, runs the business that's been a part of her family ever since her grandfather, Marvin Gamage, started it.
We put a little bit of ourselves into each hat, and it's an act of love for us. It's like producing a child for you to take with you.
This one's seen better days. It's very well worn. It was one of my dad's.
Joella got involved in the hat business back in the 70s, learning the ropes from her father, Manny.
After school, or if I was home sick from school or anything like that, I went to work with Mom and Dad.
Manny made Texas Hatters into what it is today.
Very much a people person. Almost everyone I've ever met just loved him.
When Manny passed away, the future of Texas Hatters was in the dark. But with the commitment of David, it's been able to keep up with its top-of-the-line toppers.
I could not have done it without him. The fact that he stayed even after Dad passed away was part of what made me really, really fall in love with him.
To this day, I still think that my father-in-law is going to walk in one day and ask me how things are going. We still miss him. I still miss him.
From 1965 to 2006, this business boomed in Buda. But now, located in Lockhart, Joella and her husband David are the keepers of this high-quality hat house, where every hat gets a personal touch.
Certain brim widths, certain heights of crown complement certain people. It took me years to realize all these forms are all made for a reason, to fit different styles, but yet we incorporate the person's features into it.
So for a goofy-looking dude such as myself, what kind of hat would you suggest?
Well, I wouldn't say goofy looking.
Okay,
but,
thank you. I'm glad you didn't agree with me.
But I would say a hat something like this.
Something big like that?
Yeah.
I've never had an olive green hat before.
Well, it's called pecan.
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 Each of these hats takes weeks to complete, and they're so sought after that a smorgasbord of Hollywood stars have one.
We've been doing hats for a lot of movies.
Many musicians also wear these Texas treasures. It all started with Jerry Jeff Walker in the 70s and blossomed from there.
He and my dad made friends, and as my dad would say, then came Willie and Waylon and all the boys. The first time I ever met Willie Nelson, I was sitting in the back room drinking a soda on top of a Coke cooler. I was about 8 years old, I think, and my dad brought him in the back door with a serape over his head and then pulled it back, and I thought to myself, oh my gosh, Dad's bringing in homeless people now.
Even the great Stevie Ray Vaughan was a regular here.
Stevie was quiet, but he had a handshake like a vice. It hurt. It hurt. Oh man.
Familiar with Hank Williams Jr.? His hat featured on Monday Night Football was made here by Joella.
When he got the hat, he called me up and he said, I knew you could do it. He said, your daddy raised you right.
Outfitting movie stars and having their hats play a role in major motion pictures is all fine and dandy, but simply making a hat that will stand the test of time is what really puts a feather in their cap.
It's definitely quality makes a difference.
It's an investment when you're getting a hat made from us because you will be able to hand it down to your next generation.
I enjoy coming here, and they always do a great job. I'll be coming here forever.
We're not just making a hat and putting it on you. we're making it to last you and look right on you.
I feel like everybody should have at least one custom hat, just to have something that's made just for you and know what that feels like.